The second and final PC playtest for Star Wars Hunters begins tomorrow, before its early access launch on the 27th of January. And so today I wanted to talk about 4 things that I actually really enjoyed from the last playtest, to get you guys fully prepared for this next playtest. And if you do want to take part in it, make sure you go onto the Star Wars Hunters Steam page and request access. You should get it pretty quickly if you haven't already, so make sure you go ahead and do that so you don't miss out. But jumping straight into it, the first and biggest thing for me was definitely the visuals. I really enjoyed that. Visual improvements included updates to map foliage, texture quality, the characters looked a lot better as well, just everything just looked so good. And for me, it just meant that the maps really came to life so much more than they already are. And like I said, the characters were improved as well, so they just looked so much better. And with a few settings on my monitor as well, the game just looked absolutely unreal, and no gameplay or screenshots would be able to do it justice. For me, it really did breathe a breath of fresh air, especially after playing this game for 3 years already, so it's just made me even more excited to keep on playing. The next biggest change and thing that I was most excited for was the much higher frame rate. Star Wars Hunters on mobile is capped at 60 frames per second, with the Nintendo Switch being capped at 30. However, PC is capped at 300, which the vast majority of us will not even be anywhere close to reaching. But I actually bought a monitor specifically for Star Wars Hunters PC, which is a 240Hz monitor, and I actually tested it out at 60, 144 and 240, and I really could tell the difference, especially at 240, because when the characters were moving there was actually a bit of motion blur, which actually really added to the overall sort of cinematic feeling of the game. But again, it was just insanely smooth. It was such a big difference, and another breath of fresh air for me alongside the visual improvements. So yeah, once it's fully releases, I will definitely be playing mostly on PC, and I cannot wait for that in just a few weeks' time. Now, these last 2 things aren't necessarily about the game itself, but one of the things that I really enjoyed about this first playtest is that the developers really got involved, because every single day of the playtest there was specific slots where devs were actually online together, which meant that we actually got to play against them or potentially even with them as well. And I feel like for the community, actually seeing the developers online, being able to interact with them a bit more, it's a really fun thing for us as community members, but also the relationship between us and the developers was really strengthened by that playtest. And sure, things have been pretty quiet the last few weeks, but it has of course been the Christmas and New Year break, and no doubt with this second playtest underway and the full PC release coming soon, it will no doubt kick off the year in a really great way. Finally then, it was just really fun to be a part of something big for this game. I am very passionate about Hunters, if you couldn't already tell, so it was a lot of fun actually being able to be a part of something important for this game. Being able to just play it and provide feedback for the developers is something that we can do every single day, but this PC release for Star Wars Hunters is the first PC release of a game that Stinger has ever done, so this really is important for them, for the overall development team, and us as a community as well. It's a really exciting opportunity, and being able to be alongside the rest of the community in this was just an enjoyable part of that weekend, and I'm really excited to do that again this weekend. But they are the 4 things that I enjoyed the most out of the first PC playtest. This second playtest will have more features than the last one. What they are though, I'm not actually sure as of me making this video at the start of the week, but hopefully we will get some news on that, or hopefully we would have already had news about it. But that is it from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.